Here's the advice I would give to roadman, because when your man stands up strong in the morning, you feel invincible and you think you're young enough to recover. Unfortunately, today's environment is very different from what it was 20 years ago because there was a code of conduct. So today, your key spar will cancel your Sky contract because you are making enough capital, and for him to take over your food is financially beneficial, and there's no moral compass. Your ops are also looking for you. Feds are also looking for you. So your actual dynamics in which you can live in the tiny ecosystem within your borough are so small, there's no way for you to create a sustainable income. And if there is, you've got to be such a machine, either intellectually or in terms of the physical work you got to put in, you are going to get a life tariff. So I've seen so many of these over the course of my life, where the first one was a young man named Chris in Peckham. And when I'm giving this lecture, short lecture, about the limitations of being on road and understanding the concept of Kennedy's, where you want to sit in a car and be part of the 50 quid challenge, where you're babysitting 50 quid in a seatbelt in your car, which can be confiscated as proceeds of crime without any explanation as to how you gain that. Where instead of doing that challenge on your phone on Snapchat, which is giving away your GPRS for the feds to come and kidnap your money and your car and all of your resources and possibly a large portion of your time, you could have been feeding that into a cryptocurrency machine, vending machine, on a card, which is totally blind, which would have allowed you to Kennedy up to go into a legitimate income stream. Now, for instance, if I, and I'm not a financial advisor, this is just what I've heard, had 50 grand sitting there, came across one of these machines to Kennedy up. Kennedy up is, if you're looking at the Kennedy family, their father was a bootlegger who then invested in his sons who went into politics, legitimate income streams, legitimate businesses, therefore cleaned up an entire generation of his family that took the proceeds of crime and created generational wealth. To this day, if your name is Kennedy, you are financially secure for the rest of your days, your grandchildren and your grandchildren's grandchildren, based on the clarity of thought, who was also one of the 9 men behind the CIA and its incorporation to annex and do external government spy work, not being an official government agency. Just clarity of forethought.
It's quite ironic though, how Kennedy went out and his dad set up the organization.
But he broke the rules because he went against the families that had actually put him in place. So Sam Giancana, being one of the organized crime families who his father worked with, he was supposed to make a pathway for them to exponentially grow. But instead, he had the mafia trials and his brother was prosecuting the man. So when he's laughing in the mafia trials, Sam Giancana's giggling. And Robert Kennedy is saying, "You laugh like a little girl, Mr. Giancana." And he's just, well, when he had the bullets from a 22 in him and his Sky contract got cancelled, we realized where the power truly lies, and that there was an amalgamation of crime, politics, and corporate entities behind those who were put into office. I digress.
Yeah.
So, as I have heard, not being a financial advisor, I might go to one of the islands, purchase a large swathe of land, and put up a holiday home to have a passive income, and just put a management firm on it. Get myself a mortgage in the UK because of the income stream, which would then just be paid for by my holiday home.
Yeah.
That's it. And all I am is a manager of the holiday homes in foreign. Now, these are things that I've heard. So young men got to look for longevity, because in this game, it's a short-lived life. Yeah. And everybody has absolute clarity whilst they're trapping or talking about work they're putting in, because you're on top of the world. Yeah. But all you got to be doing is putting your Tesco shopping in the back of your whip for somebody to come up on you while you're sleeping to cancel your contract on a hot day for you to be pulled up by 2 horses in Norwood Cemetery.
It's true.